Guys and dolls. So this is a wee video. Basically, I think I've put his name. I'll probably tag him in it. Arthur, our good friend Arthur, and that's just a reaction to his video yesterday regarding Paul and Richard. And I have to say, I mean, I've been following this young man for an awful long time. Both channels. He had one channel, then he stopped due to family stuff, and then he started another channel up. And he's been an adamant supporter of Tommy Robinson and of our movement of the right of wing of politics in Great Britain. And you know, it doesn't. Nothing works like it's not whoever's got the biggest channels get to have the biggest voices. Yes, they've got the biggest reach, but they don't have the biggest voices. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And the second thing I'm going to say is like we're all totally entitled to our own opinions. So we are, and I totally understand your frustrations, mate. I totally feel for you, and I just want to try and help you out a wee bit and help you with your way of thinking, so it's a wee bit better for you to understand and accept what I'm about to tell you. So basically, there is no fight. Right, there is no fight. I have done videos about this before, mate. I have addressed it, and there is no fight. There's nothing that we can do right now that's going to do us any favours. The government won't want us to fight. The government want us to come out and protest. Protesting outside a prison isn't going to do Tommy any favours. Coming on the street isn't going to do us any favours. And we have to be careful we don't change the rhetoric from a peaceful or peaceful ways, and trying to go down the political route. This is really difficult. See, the problem we have right now is we have a far left government in, and they are just choking to bring out different laws and martial laws and put us in prison. And they will, as you've seen in London where they kettled people and they arrested people. This government will arrest people. They are waiting to arrest people. They want us to come out on the streets so they can arrest people. People like me would go away for an awful long time. People with voices, people like yourself, people with platforms, they would target us and we would get put in prison. And it would even go down to the route of treason, because if you're against the government, then they can say that it's treasonous. And I don't think a lot of people understand how extreme this government truly are and how far they will go. So, with that in mind, that's what you got to remember. The other thing is even if there was some sort of protest or civil thing, unrest, the police are well equipped to deal with it. There's we're never ever going to be in a position where ever we're going to make a difference by coming onto the streets. There's no two ways about it, and it does leave a lot of people with their hands tied, and it does leave a lot of people frustrated. For what else can we do? The simple answer is to keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting the word out, passing the word around about Tommy Robinson, about what's going on in the country, what's happening to the children, who's doing it to the children, why they're here, who's letting them here. That's what you've got to do. That's all we can do is let other people that aren't living in these areas where they're really, really bad, where kids are being photographed in parks and stuff like that, is to let other people know what's happening, because they're not getting that information from anywhere else but people like you. Okay? So that's what you're doing straight away, and it's amazing. And I take my hat off to you, my man. I really do. You're an absolutely amazing young man with so much dedication and so much commitment that you've been doing this for so long, and you've never quavered or came off the path. And I commend you for that. And it is really, really difficult and frustrating when you see other channels, people haven't been doing it for that long, and sometimes it can feel like some people are just jumping on the Tommy bandwagon, and they're only in it for the grow channels for subs for adverts and for super chats and all the rest of it. Truthfully, I don't know what they do with their money. I don't know whether they give it back, whether they help others out with it. That's what I would do. I can't speak for anybody else. All I know is we've got generally a good bunch of guys, we've got some clickbaiters and that in our YouTube community, but generally we've got a good bunch of guys. There's a wee bit of bickering here and there, but there's nothing serious. We all get on with each other and we all, take criticism on board. But sometimes it can feel when you've been here for so long and you've been plodding away and you just feel your message isn't being listened to, and you feel other people who should be listening to you aren't listening to you. We can't force people to listen to us. That's their downfall, mate, at the end of the day. But I think secretly you're being watched by quite a lot of heavy duty YouTubers who are watching you very closely. So never think because people don't comment and leave thingies and all that for whatever reason they might want people to know that they're watching your stuff. But believe me, they will be. But like the bottom line is, it truly is. It truly, there is nothing we can do. You can't expect YouTubers to come out and start demanding certain things, or trying to bring people out on the street, or demanding, or asking for more action. That is a very dangerous route to go down. And when you've got like coming up to 100,000 followers and stuff like that, the government play close attention to people like me and you. You should have a lot more than what you should do. Totally get that, mate. But people like me, 3.5 thousand, I'm not that much of a threat. But if my channels did start growing, I would get attention in that place. I've got no doubt in my mind that intelligence are approaching some of these YouTubers and marking their cards, because at the end of the day, when you're an influencer and you can influence people, the government will be paying close attention to you. So a lot of these guys as well aren't brought up in the ways that we have been brought up, and they fear prison. And especially in England, you've got to understand it is a very dangerous place to go to prison in England today. Let me just bring this down, guys. Um, the wind took it down, so I had to reset it up. So I did, to make sure it was all right. It's still going. It's handy for the summer, so it is, for the baby coming out. And yeah, so the baby can sit out, and if it's a wee bit rainy and a really nice hot day, keep the sun off her and stuff like that. So yeah, basically, guys, and Arthur, it isn't as cut as dry as some people might think. There's not a lot we can do. All we can do is make people aware, head down the road politically, try and get people running for politics, for seats in the Houses of Parliament that are with our views. People who are going to deport the bad men that's in this country. People are going to hold accountable the people who've let these people into the country. That's the route that we're going down. We aren't going to forget, we aren't going to forgive, but there's nothing a YouTube channel can do or say right now without being shut down and completely, maybe even charged with some sort of offence under the new Communications Act. So there's a lot going on in Britain today that the government are being very careful that they're planning, they're waiting, they're wanting us. The best thing we can do is behave ourselves. That's the best thing and the only way we can go so far at the minute, because we've such a dangerous and extreme government then. And please believe me, the lengths and breadths that they will go to silence us, shut us down, crush us straight away. Could you imagine a world in Britain where all the big names and influencers and content creators and all the political activists are all in prison in another country? Because believe you me, that is possible. That is possible. We've lived in a world where that is impossible. That world's changed. We live in a different world now. Okay, so I feel you, my bro. I really do. I get you. I really understand that you do feel that some YouTubers should be doing a lot more and saying a lot more. I hope this clears that up for you. And um, you know, we've got your back. We've always got your back. But just try and relax a wee bit. I know how frustrated you are. I know how angry you are, and we do get it and we understand it. But a lot of guys have got their hands tied right now for all different reasons, and that's all I can really say to try and say something, because I know how frustrating you're getting. So all my love to all my followers, all my love, and God bless every single one of you.